Right, there we go, it's connected. Why the hell is my keyboard all the way over there? Right-ho. Yep, episode started. Yeah. So you might wonder why I'm here instead of back at the first fires where I was. Well, I like to do my shopping. I went up here, sold all my shit off, bought every unique item they have. Came to the inn, slept, changed party members to Heravius here, who's the only person other than Pallegina who's still at level 15. Yeah, so I've got them in the party now so I can level them up. And I went to go
Got it.
up here just to see if there's anything else I missed at the market. And I spotted this assassin. So I thought I better leave them outside there so when I start the episode you can all see this assassin and see what happens. Right. Alof, stay there. Heravius, stay there. Everybody else go up front and get spotted. No. You there, you there. Right, Heravius, so let's get used to your spells then. You have Dancing Bolts, Insect Swarm. Conjure some Blights there. Alof can I said slicken all these fools. Pallegina engage him. I can engage him. Edea can engage him, and Canna can engage him. Pallegina engage. Right, so you can then Dancing Bolt all of them, and you can dump some tenties. Oh no, hang on, oops. You're still summoning Blights, weren't you? And you can expose vulnerabilities. Now the question is, can he bring out tenties now that he's got out his Blights? Is that I want to know. Heravius? Attack this assassin here, maybe? No, we've still got spells for you, so yeah. Yes, we can have multiple summons out at once. This is good to know. Blind them. Pallegina, go after that assassin there. You should be fine, and oh, you have 7. So you can summon out your summons too.
Let's go!
So we have 3 tentacles, 3 weapons, and a blight all attacking this poor fella. He was not going to last long. No, there was notes there. There, it'll be there. Written in a scrap of parchment is a concise but detailed description of you, including your name, your distinguishing features, and everyone you're known to associate with in your brief time in Deerwood. Basically everybody in every town then.
Got it.
Now yeah. What I was going to do is speak to this guy and get a March Steel Dagger.
Gods keep you.
I'm not going to give it to the kid.
Gods keep you.
Yeah, you see, a dagger made of March steel.
Gods keep you.
Good day, stranger.
Oh, okay. So what did I learn about the March Steel dagger? I just want to see if I can get the dagger and tell him to fuck off. Right, if there's no March Steel dagger here... Right, that might be the quickest exit right there. Oh, there's some nice assassins after me now, yay! If I remember rightly, said the Knights of the Crucible have them. Oh, my sweetheart. The puppy, 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 puppy. It's my puppy. She was such a sweet little girl. I love my puppies now, though. Okay. Yes, my little boy is a sweet little boy, but my little girl is a sweet little girl. She was always happy to come and cuddle into her daddy. I could move Kana back and have him just behind the front rows. Because 4 people at the front is kind of crowded. And Haravius could be at the front as well if he wanted to. He's got a Stelgar transformation, and yeah, but I'll keep him next to Alof. That way, if Emdy gets back, so we'll try the guy in here, the Smith. See if he makes the March Steel dagger. What do you have for sale? What's this? Taking it. Cheap enough, I'm taking it. Right, that'll do. He's not got...
Good day to you.
Was he the one that we had the report about? No, there's nobody here have a... No. Okay then. We're going to House Hadrit. I was going to see if I could find a dagger and just then have an option to tell him to fuck off. You know, you're not getting a dagger. You don't know. You're too untrained. You just kill yourself with it. Right, so how's Hadrit? Brackenbury. As you near the apparition, you are overcome by suddenly by a powerful anxiety that sits like stone in your stomach. The feeling is not quite real, the recollection of an emotion rather than an emotion itself. It wrenches your insides nevertheless. The apparition's brow is tense, the look of concern played across its face.
The other missionaries say you have been neglectful of your duties.
My mind has been elsewhere.
Oh? And what troubles you?
Forgive me, Eminence, I wish to leave the Order. The man folds his fingers together and presses them to his mouth thoughtfully.
You have been an apt student, and your convictions have inspired those around you. May I ask what has changed to make you feel this way?
The people intending to convert, they committed unspeakable acts, sacrifices, mutilations. The apparition exhales slowly, his lips pressed together, a sympathetic rapport in his eyes. He places his hand on your shoulder.
These are the ways of the heathen world.
Sure, the gods would do better to destroy us all and start anew.
Perhaps they would. It may come to that one day. This is why we must not fail. The heathens are beyond the gods' reach. They do not know better. We are tasked with delivering them to the gods, so that the gods may heal their souls.
Is such a thing possible?
I have seen it with my own eyes. You will see it too, if you choose to remain. There is no greater calling than the one we have chosen. Neither words, nor wealth, nor battle will end this suffering. Only the gods. Will you give them that chance?
You see, I know he created the gods. He's the one that started it all. Yet he didn't become a god himself. He chose to remain and become the person who tells everybody what to do with the gods as his backing. So there's something fucked up in his head. The knot in your stomach seems to loosen all at once, and the anxiety is replaced with something else entirely, something warm and soothing, and it is something you know you can never replay. As the vision fades, you start to become cognizant of many odd looks aimed in your direction. Your last response echoes in your mind. I will. That's the only choice.
Hail and well met.
Excuse me, I've been looking for you. You're the one who lifted the curse on Heritage Hill. My lady, who wishes to remain anonymous, is trusting me with bringing you this pistol. It belonged to a dear friend of hers who is lost to the curse. For your part in reclaiming Heritage Hill, my lady wishes you to have it. Here, may it serve you well in battle. Thank you. You're quite welcome. Now I must be off. Anything else want to stop me from getting to House Hadrit? Right. What did I get? A pistol. Marking, that's nature's mark, isn't it? No, it's 10% accuracy. 10 accuracy again, granted an ally attacking the same target. Okay, and DR bypass on it, natural, shock damage, and it has veil piercing. Right. Play with your toys, will you? Stop making weird noises. Alright. We went round the lower stairs before, so I'm assuming she's upstairs. And I also have to check in with the fucking bounty guy and make sure, see if he's ever got any more bounties.
Quiet. Aye? Got it.
I wonder if she knows I stole that by reading my mind. I stole 40 pounds from you. The woman clutches a thick stack of parchment with spindly, wrinkled fingers, the flesh stretched thin to translucence with extreme age, a gossamer veil over pale blue veins. Ink splotches and candle burns dot and stripe her hands like a quilt patterned after some great indescribable truth. She does not look up from her reading.
So, the messenger conveyed my summons. A miracle that would make the reincarnation of Aothis look like a child's cantrip, surely. It doesn't draw the most inspired minds, messaging. They failed me so many times of late, I nearly sent a cipher after you instead. So this is the Watcher who took over Cad Noir. Oh, don't look so surprised. It isn't an attractive expression. I wouldn't be where I am for long if I let details like that escape me.
It seems Dunwood's Rose spies live up to their reputation. Paladino.
Since then, as I understand it, you entered a quarantine district that is absolutely off-limits to all civilians, and somehow managed to walk back out with your life. What could possibly have been on your mind to make you do such a thing?
I'm investigating a strange group.
Strange does not begin to describe them. The practices of the Leaden Key defy all reason. You're not the only one with an interest in their recent activities. I've lost 4 ciphers this year alone trying to get someone inside their ranks. As it is, we only have our suspicions about who is in the group and what they intend, which I suppose means we have much in common with them. I asked you here because I wanted to know what your interest was in all of this. I thought perhaps we might help each other. Why are you looking for the Leaden Key?
One of our members caused my soul to awaken. I need him to reverse it. She closes her eyes and the lids flicker. Then her face goes still and her mouth parts, little more than a sliver, and her hands briefly drop open, spilling some of her parchment to the ground. The pages wafting around her legs like the leaves of a dying tree. Her fleshy eyelids peel back and her gaze is immediately upon you.
The gods are cruel, I'm afraid. The man you seek is Theos Ix Arcanon, Grand Master of the Leaden Key. One of the most elusive and dangerous men Eora has ever known.
How do you know I seek Theos?
Because you have seen his face, and that makes it a simple matter for me to see it. You even happened to catch him in his ceremonial garb, it seems. Must have been a special occasion.
So she read my mind. What else can you tell me about Theos?
More than most, though very few would know so much as his name. And there is no way of knowing how much of what I've read is true. The Leaden Key dates back more than 2,000 years. If rumors are to be believed, Theos was the one who created it. What scraps of evidence exist suggest that he has died many times, only to be reborn each time exactly the same man, awakened during adolescence with all the knowledge and experience of all his lifetimes. The plots he orchestrates sometimes take hundreds of years to bear fruit. Needless to say, this is not the natural order of things. But he is said to be one of Woodica's favored, and that old bat was never one to let rules get in the way of favoritism.
Right.
That may also explain another supposed gift of his. His body is no boundary to his soul, and he is known to take possession of others, if their souls are weak enough. Often it is for elaborate deceptions, but sometimes he simply forces them to kill themselves. He is not known for his generous supply of pity. He is also not one to show himself in any but their most critical matters. If he has directly involved himself in whatever the group plots now, it may be your only chance to find him. And once you do find him, if you can find him, I would not hold my hopes too high if I were you. He is a driven, single-minded man. He will not have the slightest concern for your problems.
Yeah, I don't know why he wants to have himself cured. I mean, Aleph came to terms with his awakening. You should be able to come to terms with your awakening. All you need to do is find the answers. Anyway, what do you want from me?
Keep me informed. The Leaden Key has been busy lately, and that is distressing news. I can only guess as to what they intend. You seem to have a knack for turning the stones they've crawled beneath. Keep turning them. Dunreed Row will not stop you.
So in other words, as long as I'm useful to you, you'll be useful to me.
Whatever it is they're up to, figuring it out will be of great use to both of us. In your case, it will surely point you to Theos. In return, I will share our knowledge with you as we learn it, and provide you with what assistance I can.
Okay.
If you find your trail has run cold, come to me with whatever you have. There is much I may be able to do for you.
Okay, but how do you know so much about Theos?
The same way I come by all my knowledge. Exhaustive research, spying, bribery, perhaps some less savory measures. Whatever the knowledge demands, I pay in full. There is nothing of greater value. Unfortunately, with Theos, there is also nothing more scarce. He has covered his tracks far too well. His manipulations of the course of history are lost to time now, though I believe they were many.
What else is to know about the Leaden Key?
Precious little, I'm afraid. You may know much of it already. No one member knows the identity of more than a handful of other members. They are kept in the dark of missions they are not involved in, or sometimes of those they are involved in. They exist to hide secrets they themselves don't know, if you can imagine how gullible someone must be for that to appeal.
Hello?
Despite that, they are very good at what they do, owing much to their founder, who will take matters into his own hands when necessary. And he does not fail.
Other questions?
Yes?
Tell me we're done with row.
All the things there are to know in this world, and you ask me about work. Deerwood is a rebel country. Conflict is in its blood. If you think a few guards posted in our cities keep chaos at bay, you are very new to town indeed.
Seville, calm thy buttocks down.
We are Deerwood Cipher investigators, of course. But what we really are is its last barrier against anarchy. People are more at ease when they believe they are watched over by someone more enlightened than they are. It pacifies them. So that is the image we foster. And we do try to be enlightened for their sake. The knowledge we gather here is Dyrwood's standing army in many ways. We learn what's vital and we act on it while Dyrwood sleeps, blissfully unaware of the terrifying truths all around them. I wish I could tell people the things I know sometimes. But the truth is, I don't think many of them could bear it.
True. How did you come to be here?
Me? I started this place, in a different time, under a different Duke. I impressed the Duke with my research and my work ethic, and he became possessed of the notion that I would be ideal to lead a secret network of gifted investigators. I don't know how such an idea got into his head.
And she winks at that. Never asked a woman how old she is. Okay, let's do it. She gives a half-hearted gasp and covers her mouth with crumpled fingers. You wicked man! Where are your manners? Were you raised without a shred of decency?
I lost count years ago. Such a strange thing to celebrate, getting closer to death. Oh, I've had my share of work done to prolong my existence, if that's what you're wondering. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not done here. There are things I still wish to learn. And I'll be the effigy if I let Bereth carry me off before I'm through.
Yeah.
There was a time when I considered enlisting the theorems of Pondgrum to extend my life indefinitely. I found the thought of devouring my political enemies to sustain my own life greatly appealing. I must have gone soft with age.
Are you a psychic?
If you are hoping I can look at your hand and tell you whom you should marry, you can just wipe that notion from your mind. I do not know what will happen tomorrow. That is what I pay spies for. Being a cipher is not unlike being a watcher. You notice more about what is already there. Many can hold an object and know where it's been, or peer into the thoughts of people around them. They can also sometimes affect those thoughts, but that would be unethical, of course. A tiny, talented few pick up so much about the world around them, they can get images of things to come, but these are fleeting and unreliable.
Well, she just said they're unreliable, so I won't point out she just said she doesn't know what will happen tomorrow because they're unreliable, so she doesn't know. Is there a Lord Web? Yeah, there's a Lord Web.
There was.
May I ask what happened to him?
He believed in dying with dignity. He was old-fashioned that way, my husband. We saw the world very differently, he and I. But he was good to me while he lasted.
Talk about something else? Okay, I learned about Leden Key's operations.
Well, let's hear it.
I found Theos in Brackenbury Sanitarium impersonating a patient. He was trying to damage the public's opinion on animancy.
Forgive me, it is unlike Theos to leave witnesses. He must be furious.
She sounded happy at that.
He did not aid you as you'd hoped, I take it? Well, take heart. With any luck, when he has finished his business, he will surely come and find you again, if only to kill you while you sleep. This news of yours makes sense, of course. To dabble in animancy is to puzzle over the secrets of the gods. This would not be the Leden Key's first action against it. But if this is connected to their other activities, we may be in for something on a much larger scale.
There. Stop causing trouble. Just go to sleep, boy. And we'll wake you up when it's time to go walk clocks. Right.
If we can learn more about their goals and methods, Perhaps we can get the palace behind us. With Avar's support, we may be able to put a stop to this.
Right, the Engriffin Tower in Herged Hill contains an ancient machine that can control the flow of souls. The Leaden Key activated it.
This is troubling. That civilization seems to have known more about the mechanics of souls than anyone since. The Leaden Key was born in that period. It may be that Theos has full knowledge of their technology. The applications of this machine you speak of, I don't want to think about it. That isn't enough to take to the Duke, but we're close. Avar Wolfgren is a cautious man. He will want to know everything possible before being moved to action.
The Leaden Key is manipulating a group of Engriffin machines that span the country. And it seems to be causing the Hollowborn epidemic.
I had feared they might be involved in Widewind's legacy. It seemed too extreme even for them. How naive I've been. The Leaden Key's conspiracy is clear now. They have used Engwithan technology to engineer Widewind's legacy, and they want people to blame Animancy for it. As we speak, the Duke is holding hearings in the palace. He is listening to arguments for and against Animancy. When they finish, he is expected to decide whether to outlaw it. It seems the Leaden Key has been pushing Deerwood down this path for some time. I, for one, would enjoy seeing their little scheme fouled up at the last moment. Our Duke must hear what you have to say. Unfortunately, the hearings are closed to the public, which makes the Duke inaccessible until they are completed. However, certain groups have been invited to attend. You might get in with one of them if you aren't above a little pandering. There are delegations from the Knights of the Crucible, the Dozens, and from House Dominel. If you can gain the support of one of those groups, that may be your best way in. See what you can arrange.
I want to talk about the hearings.
What of them?
Why won't the guests of Dunwood row into the hearings?
We would only do that as a last resort. Walking in with one of the 3 invited groups puts you in a position of influence. Walking in alone as a representative of Dunreed Row would earn you distrust among all the rest. It seems our organization has a reputation for nosiness and manipulation, for whatever reason.
Gee, that Rybone.
It would be best if people did not see Dunreed Row's hand in this.
Dunreed?
Easier for them to embrace the truth.
What do you know about the Duke?
Avar is many things to many people, and that is why he sits the throne. To the frontiersmen, he is one of their own. To the patriotic, he is a sole descendant of Admeth Hadrit. To the nobility, he is from an old and established family. All of these are half-truths or exaggerations, a tale he has spun around himself. The man behind the tale may not be the greatest mind in Deerwood, but he knows people. He knows when they are sincere and when they lie. He knows when they are strong and when they are weak. The other matters he leaves to me. Outwardly, he prefers to come off a bit of a simpleton. Don't be fooled. Before he was a duke, he was a trapper, and an excellent one at that.
Right, so go see the Knights of the Crucible about getting into the Animancy hearings. Okay, so I imagine I'll go see the person in charge of it for that. Okay, sit the house, see if anything happens, and then I'll end the episode. Nope.
So, Alaf, have you ever woken up to find your other half used your body during the night?
I don't think I understand you. And I'm not sure I want to.
Well, I've found that if I go to sleep hungry enough, I wake up covered in blood and delightfully full.